Hello everyone, welcome to part 2 of this replay between the STC, or OGS's the STC and FruitVendor here in the XelNaga Caverns. Really good matchup so far as these siege tanks, now Terran mech trying to just control this whole entire center location. Very important. This center portion of the map could probably drop some sensor towers here and here as well, and then gain sight. We do have burrowed bandings. Burrowed units do not activate XelNaga watchtowers. We do have one Marine over here, so that one Marine will be able to keep track of this hatchery as this drone tries to morph into play, and now this Marine will not be able to take it down as the recovery rate of the hatchery is fairly fast, but the Marine will be able to perhaps get it to cancel and then call over some of its buddies. Marine upgraded with 2-0 upgrades, dealing a lot of damage. In comes a drop though, but this drop now received with a couple of Hydralisks, and down it goes. 5 Marines lost. Back over here, these high yield mineral locations now being mined very quickly as these drones just continue to peck away and claw away at these mineral patches over here. And now in comes just a very slow push from STC. STC needs to take another expansion. Marines now making its way over here. 2 Zerglings have taken down this one Marine, and in comes another swarm of Zerglings. Zerglings going to just simply destroy this whole entire group here. However, there are level 1 weapon upgrades, and the Zerglings do not have any upgrades at all. Hydralisks have level 1 weapons upgrade as well, so things are looking fairly bad for this army. And now in comes another scanner sweep, and we may have these Hydralisks out. Hydralisks now walking along and maybe able to come in from the back of the base. There is one SCV here. We do see a command center positioned here, and now a group of Marines and siege tanks moving along the back. Bandings, however, are going to be morphed over here and out of sight of this one unit over here. And now a quick scanner sweep. Bandings are revealed. Medevac needs to pick them up and try to drop them down, but no. Will these Bandings be able to make it over in time? That's the question. These Bandings have a movement speed of 2.95. Are they going to be able to deal enough damage? Bandings sitting over here. Some of them are going to burrow. However, Hydralisk now moving all out, and Marauder moving very slowly along with these Hydralisks, not going to engage. Back over here, we do have Marines now perhaps going to try to take down this hatchery over here to the north, and these Hydralisks are not going to get there in time. However, there is a Nidus Canal in the back of the base, so very nicely done. That Nidus Canal, or Nidus Worm, will be able to flush in a lot of units very early and make this map even smaller. STC does not know about this Nidus Canal, and now out come a lot of these Zerglings. Zerglings taking down the supply depot and this SCV. Things not looking good at all. Siege tanks being forced to pull back. Are there any units? No units. Now are siege tanks and Marines going to try to get in position. However, there's a lot of Hydralisks here as well, and now these units are going to continue to push back and forth. Hydralisks, Marines, and siege tanks able to pull back, and now there are a couple of bandings over here. Another SCV quickly going to get taken down. Siege tanks, however, able to guard that high cliff over here, and now there are some bandings. Are those bandings going to be revealed? Are we just going to get a detonation and bomb? And in comes this 5 bandings just being hatched, destroying dealing a lot of damage towards the units. Siege tanks back and forth over here. We do have some units back over here trying to push in. There are some drones, and all these drones are very low on hit points, but we have now 5 Ultralisks being morphed in. Hydralisks now on that high ground, pecking away at some of these mules. These mules now getting destroyed. Medevacs over here as these, once again, more units try to push through. Infestation Pit may get taken down, but no, these Hydralisks and Broodlings able to just simply destroy them. So another building was taken down earlier, and that's where those Broodlings came from. Back over here, this Nidus Worm just doing a great job so far. However, another group of Hellions going to start toasting more drones over here. However, Hydralisks now hatching out, coming out, and now those Hydralisks with 3 armor are going to be able to deal a lot of damage. One poor Hydralisk going to get taken down very easily there, but a quick burrow, nicely done. However, those burrowed units still take damage, so if those Hellions were smart, they could back off a little bit and let that Infernal Pre-Igniter roll over the top of them. However, those Mutal or Ultralisks are just going to simply chomp away, and down they go. So all of these drones are safe. Back over here, we do have some Zerglings, Hydralisks, and Ultralisks continue to be morphed. We do have some Banelings over here, as these Ultras now going to perhaps push out. Or will they be able to deal enough damage? Brutalist quickly coming through. Siege tanks, however, having a difficult time, and down goes some of these siege tanks. And is it going to be able to really come up and deal with this very large number of Ultralisks? Ultralisks continue to push through. Hydralisks now coming in from the back. Marines, Marauders shooting their way, taking apart all of these Ultralisks, but these Ultralisks still able to chomp away, and the center ground may get lost. Siege tanks need to siege up. Hydralisks being forced to pull back, and the sheer numbers are too much. STC able to take down these Hydras over here, but production-wise, we still have 44 Zerglings and 2 Ultralisks being trained up compared to but we're also getting more siege tanks, level 3 infantry upgrades, and now taking a look at the harvester count, really the fruit vendor able to get up a lot more minerals at this stage in the game. Ultralisks and Zerglings quickly coming in, and all of these units taking them so much damage. Siege tanks in siege mode are not going to be able to escape, as these Zerglings able to surround and simply destroy this whole entire front attack force. Now once again, all of these siege tanks now pulling forward and being able to push back this whole entire attack over here. No Nidus Worm over here any longer. Production-wise, I do not see any additional units over here. We do have some 4 Banelings, 6 Ultralisks, a couple of Zerglings, but I cannot see how Fruit Vendor will be able to really come back in this attack. However, a couple of Banelings doing their job, doing a lot of damage to these units over here. 3-0 upgraded units as Ultralisks now perhaps going to continue to push through. 4 more Ultralisks. Ultralisks and Banelings are the talk of the town as these Ultralisks continue to push through. And a lot of these Mutalisks taking so much damage. No, sorry, not Mutalisks. Ultralisks against those Marauders taking so much damage. Zerglings, however, will be able to just simply surround and take down the last of these Marauders over here. No armor upgrades and no weapons upgrades for those Zerglings, so those Ultralisks are not dealing that much damage. However, Ultralisks coming down over here, able to take down the planetary fortress down. And now SVCs SCVs of STC are getting taken down. So a lot of action back and forth. Back over here, once again, continue to chomp away. So siege tanks continue to blast. Is it going to be enough? A lot of these Ultralisks are very low on hit points already. We do have some long distance mining coming in. And now siege tanks continue to pressure and continue to move out. These siege tanks may consider trying to not be in siege mode. Siege damage on Ultralisks, because Ultralisks have such a wide radius, and the DPS is actually faster if the siege tanks are not in siege mode. Back over here, Hatchery now getting taken down very, very quickly by these Marauders and Marines with Stim, and down it goes. So with things not looking good, Ultralisks down over here as well. Army-wise, 1625 versus 2600, as STC's army is just getting winning out in this war of attrition. However, Ultralisks going to come along over here. Is he going to try to take down some of these units? No, too many medevacs. Ultralisks taking too much damage from those siege tanks in siege mode. Now over here we do have 6 Ultralisks and a good amount of Zerglings as well, but is it going to be enough? Army-wise, 2250 versus 3000. Long distance mining here and long distance mining happening here. So all players only doing long distance mining, but we do have STC able to mine out much more quickly, but that number should drop in just a moment. No, there is a lot of mules over here. Once again, Army going to go ahead and try to engage drones doing long distance mining. Is it going to be enough? Drones just walking back and forth with that walk of shame, and now all these Marines and Marauders able to finish off that army over here. However, Zerglings now going to try to run in, do some sort of run by and try to take down some of these SCVs. And now Marines trying to engage over here. Are these Zerglings going to be able to deal enough damage? Not quite sure. However, Ultralisks may be able to catch a lot of these units out of position. Our Ultralisks now quickly getting destroyed by that siege tanks over here. Hydralisks continuing to push siege tanks in this really, really tight position as these units continue to move back and forth. Ultralisks, however, just getting blasted away. Fully upgraded siege tanks tearing apart those Ultralisks. Hydralisks now continue to take a lot of damage from these Marauders. One Ultralisk able to take down some of those units, but Ultralisks may be able to come in. No, there are too many medevacs and Marauders here, and down go those 2 Hydralisks and those 3 Hydralisks left. Army-wise, we are at 675 versus STC's 2850, and really STC is just steamrolling now. There are some Zerglings trying to win this war. Maybe perhaps if they get in a very, very lucky position, we'll be able to catch some of these SCVs and just try to take down any of this mining. But back over here, this is where the real mining is happening. Something needs to be done about this. Still long distance mining coming in. Harvester count 137 versus 71. Both sides very, very low on minerals. And once again, Marines and Marauders making short work of this hatchery over here. Back over here, Zerglings continue to scamper around. And yeah, Fruit Vendor's just got to be in a lot of trouble. I cannot imagine what Fruit Vendor can really do. His majority of army is just Overlords. 32 Zerglings, 24 Overlords, 2 Hydralisks. And yeah, that's going to be too much. Zerglings now going to come in, take down this siege tank over here. Kind of surprised that no weapons upgrade or armor upgrade is being researched. Armor upgrades on those siege tanks would really minimize the amount of damage that these Zerglings are able to do. There is brush right there. Are those units going to try to do some sort of run in and take down some of these SCVs? now currently mining at 860, 920 minerals. We see some long distance mining here off of these particular mineral patches. And now just going to try to mine from back over here. Don't know why there isn't some sort of Nidus network mining happening between these two locations. Back over here, Zerglings doing a Baneling bust, able to deal a lot of damage towards these SCVs, but it's just going to be too much. And FruitVendor says GG. So OGS is the STC able to take this game here in the XelNaga Caverns against FruitVendor. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this game. A quick recap of this game, kind of long, so I'm trying to remember everything. Really a great job by FruitVendor, able to establish this early expansion. Also a good job by the STC. STC opening up with the barracks, followed by a factory with that Infernal pre-igniter. Able to get a lot of harassments and a lot of drone kills over here, taking the time and the effort and the energy to line up those Hellions to make sure that that flamethrower attack actually hit more than 2 or 3 of those drones. Poor micro coming in from FruitVendor really in that engagement. Also, STC doing a good job taking the center high yield minerals and also grabbing this planetary fortress. Once this planetary fortress was in position with a sensor tower here, it was really difficult for the FruitVendor to really come by along this side of the map, and there was really no reason to try to come down into this position or this position, as the walking distance would have been so long. Also, we did see FruitVendor do a great job with spawning infested Terrans in this location to take down the original starting orbital command of the STC. So STC losing that early orbital command and losing the early orbital command, losing the ability to mine gas out of here, but he was unable to escape with his infestors because of one missile turret that was able to spot one infestor up here. One scanner sweep later, 6 dead infestors, and that whole entire victory just suffered terrible losses. Thanks for watching. Once again, thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this 1v1 replay between the STC and FruitVendor.